Congratulations, man. I think, Oliver, your story is not just inspiring for me, but for the whole community here. You're a student finishing your master's degree, that you're about to go full time. You don't have to do another job, correct? You were able to do this with 2,290 subscribers. You got to just press record.
It's a real honor to actually be here live with you, Sean, today. I've been following you guys for years now, and I'm just super grateful for all the work you do with the team. You've helped me get really far with YouTube. So what I'm doing, I basically make videos for international students who are looking at Finland as an opportunity or a choice for them to do a university degree. And I try to tackle different topics that they are wondering during application and then after actually relocating to Finland. And I've been doing this officially for a couple of years now. Really started grinding a year ago. And it's actually been really great because I work in marketing, and I am actually furloughed at the moment because of the current crisis. And I've actually been able to get enough revenue from the channel to not only make for my day job salary, but I've been actually doing better in terms of salary compared to my day job,
that's epic. How do you make money from the channel?
That's a good question. So I'm currently relying fully on brand cooperation. So I have a couple of brands working with me, and actually that is something that I've had a huge amount of luck with, because both of them are non-profits. Sure, they're public. So Aalto University is one, because I'm still doing my master's there. And then another is a housing provider for Finnish students or students in Finland. And when the current crisis hit, I actually thought that, damn, all the different brands are going to cut their marketing. I was furloughed from my company, right? And I reached out to them immediately and asked, hey, what's the situation? And I'd really like to continue working on these, especially now that I don't have a job for a couple of months. And they said that, sure, this current crisis doesn't hit our marketing budget. Let's continue working on. And I'm actually about to go full time because I'm doing enough money to start pursuing this as a career, which is really awesome.
Congratulations, man. I think, Oliver, your story is not just inspiring for me, but for the whole community here. And what an awesome example of just the modern landscape that we're living in. You're a student finishing your master's degree, that you're about to go full time. You don't have to do another job, correct? You were able to do this with 2,290 subscribers. You're able to make that money from a couple of different brand partnerships because you picked a specific niche. It looks like you served that niche very well. It looks like you've learned powerful skills because you got crispy photography, crispy thumbnails, great video content. You understand that video production includes the paid promotion, so we see that, and you're helping people with all this practical stuff regarding a very specific niche. I just want people to hear all that and think about, man, how are you pivoting your plan? Think Media community. How are you rising? And of course, your brands could have been disrupted. They could have been like, yeah, marketing dollars are cut. But even in the midst of this, you've got online income, right?
Yeah, actually, my question is about the marketing or the brand deals. So what I noticed, one of the biggest mistakes that I did in the beginning was that I did not take YouTube or the channel seriously because of the number of subscribers and views and so on. I'm sure that many people have had the same problem. And when I actually signed the first deal, which was almost a year ago, when I had 1,000 subscribers, I completely undersold myself, and I priced myself really badly because the idea was that, or the way I pitched it was basically that I'm doing this as a hobby, as a side hustle, and I'd like to get some money in order to invest in better cameras, etc. And now that I noticed during the current crisis that, okay, this should be more, I really need to get more revenue out of this if I want to go full time. but how can I actually raise my prices when I've already underpriced myself so badly? The question is, how do you actually price yourself in the beginning when your value is not maybe that as high as you would think of it being?
If you that's a good question. I mean. So did you do a contract? How long is the contract for?
The contract was actually for a year. I've now redone all of them. I can get back to this, but I just want to get your answer before.
Great. So, I mean, a couple things to consider. One, I think that if you've already locked it in what it is now, I would think of a compelling pitch to raise it. But you need to think through a couple things. So if you could say you're getting more viewership now, improve that. Are you tracking results, click-through rate, signups? How are you tracking that stuff?
We actually, again, this is my background in digital marketing. We just actually, the second that we signed the contracts, we also set up UTM tags to all of the links that I have in my videos. And I've been routinely sending emails to both partners about results and trying to ask them, being as proactive as possible, trying to also saying that, or managing the expectations on saying that, okay, sure, the viewership is small currently, but if and when results come in, I'd really like to know immediately so that we can correct the, make corrections if need be.
Yeah, one of the most powerful goals, which you're already working on, would be to prove, ROI, prove return on investment. We were, talking to, because of even having Amazon affiliates, and that's massive for us. We got big numbers, Amazon affiliates. We can go into like our Amazon affiliate backend and actually see the results. So I want you to, find a way to maybe encourage them to do a dashboard. I don't know if it's a promo code, or if you use a link shortener, at least you could track how many links are being sent when they click the link in the description. You got to find a way to track. But even if we look at like yesterday on Amazon affiliate for us, we did $1,179 in profit on our brands. We can go to photo and cameras and see that, okay, 3 M50s were sold here, 8 Neewer 660 LED lights were sold here, 160 Mark II, a couple more M50s, different kits. We will then pull reports and say, hey, brand, here's the results we're getting. So at the end of the day, of course, sometimes if you want to negotiate and position yourself, you may not want to shine as much light on results. But if possible, that's the ultimate goal, because if you can create more leverage by saying, look, man, I'm getting you results, this is happening. So that's thing one. Thing two, though, is your pitch should amplify up quality, which I'm sure you're already doing. It's not about the amount. You could work with a lot of other YouTube creators, but my channel so specifically solves this problem for it attracts the exact target audience for this. Heather Torres on her homeschool channel, which is not a massive channel, has the same thing. She's like, well, they're all homeschool moms. Like, this is not a blended audience. This is like a very focused audience. So when she worked with a curriculum company, she was able to tie in that pitch to how quality and aligned the audience was. And then, I think you can always reach out for the increase, try to maybe talk, negotiate, put a proposal together. But if they say no, I mean, you could potentially add more brand sponsors, find other ways to generate revenue. And the biggest thing would be to get more influence. As your influence grows, influence comes first, income comes second. I know you know that, but like as you grow the channel more, and maybe ask them if they were to deny an increase in rate, say, well, what would have to happen for us to hit that target or whatnot? And it depends on, of course, your relationship with them. But I've learned that for us, we've been in relationships. It sounds like it's just so much synergy there. You're a student at the university, like all kinds of stuff's happening. Like, what would have to happen? And so sometimes I'll talk to brand reps from companies, and it'll be like, yeah, if you can't do that now, could you do it later? How can you, one other tip would be bundle things. Like, is there any way to bundle your offerings? This is really good for just general, anybody that's aspiring to kind of be an influencer or a lifestyle entrepreneur or build a personal brand. If you have influence on other platforms, or if you're building an email list, or if you have any other digital marketing edge or collaborations or partnerships that you could do, could you bundle that and offer them something else? Like, one idea is coming to me now. I don't know if you want to add a new content format to your channel, but what if you interviewed professors? What if you interviewed academic authors? What if you interviewed people, like, let's just say it was super relevant and those interviews would attract students that wanted to be a part of the school, and a new show was brought to you by Alto University, or whatever it is, and you pitch them that new show, and that new show is going to cost $20,000, and you're also inviting them to bankroll production of it a little bit, because there's going to be some special features to it. A lot of what I'm kind of trying to throw out at you is kind of just biz dev, business development, kind of thinking creative, and pitching and communicating and seeing what happens. And a no usually just means not yet, because it just means what needs to happen next to get positioned. Because if you can drive the results for them, or at least get the perceived value for them, then they may want to take action later. And any thoughts there? Is any of that helpful?
Let's say it this way. For anyone who's watching, this is actually the reason why I love you guys so much, because I've been getting so much value, and basically everything that you just said has already gone through my mind, and many of the things that you said has actually contributed to the fact that I've been able to grow the relationship with these partners, and I'm actually able soon to go in just a moment to go full time. So I would agree with you 110%, and I would really encourage anyone to apply the same principles, because they really work, and just especially in building the relationship with them, with the brand that you either are working for already or want to work for in the future.
Well, Oliver, I appreciate that. I appreciate your kind words. And you're pretty good at video production as well, right? Like, you've editing now, video production.
Yes. Right. So I've been doing this as a hobby for years, but I really stuck my feet into it when I started working, or actually we branded and I built a video podcast for the company that I'm working for, again, based on your guys' channel as well as Joe Rogan's. And that really gave me a lot of the skills that I'm now using to build my own channel. So everything that I've basically been doing for the last four or 5 years in my work has been contributing into building the skill sets, as you guys say so many times, that I actually need in building this YouTube channel and everything in the future as well.
Well, awesome. Hey, I appreciate that. 2 quick questions. Well, one final idea and one question about your one of your videos. Final idea is, you also could, again, besides pitching maybe a show to sponsor, one of the ways to charge money to brands is not just because of the influence, but because of the ability to produce content and creative, like what it would cost them to produce some sort of a promo or a higher end video or something about the school or something showing off. You know, you're doing like gimbal work, you've got fancy editing, and they have the ability to use that creative themselves. Maybe you're in it, maybe you're not. Like, pairing together the ability to create content has value in and of itself. Maybe they want to put paid ads behind a 60-second, 30-second video you create about, you know, one of these entities. And I'm sure they've probably worked with other video production people as well, but you already have a foot in the door. And so beyond getting paid for a brand partnership on the channel, even if it didn't hit your channel, and maybe it also hits your channel, but it's something very strategic, you're already thinking digital marketing. And so your angle of pitching is like, look, man, these other companies, yeah, they know how to produce, they know how to do video production, but they don't understand digital marketing. Like, they don't understand hooking the viewer's attention if this is going to be a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad in the first few seconds. What I'm proposing is that I will produce a video for you. I'll produce, you know, or rather even proposing, saying, these are some of my packages. Hey, by the way, I just want you to know about a new offering that I have. It's kind of a high-end strategic video production arm of my company. If you're interested to talk more, to get some videos to market this upcoming year that you could use on your own website and everywhere else, let's talk. And you could charge a premium for the skills you've been developing. And I want to just say, I'm so impressed and respect that you've been leveling up your skills, because that's what we are telling people. We're saying, hey, pivot, man, you got to learn new skills.